welcome to another edition of On the LinkedIn Couch with
Jo Saunders.
And I'm Reg Sorrell.
And today we're going to be talking about the barriers to starting with video. So Reg, given that you have been in and around the video space for quite a long time, what do you find generally, do you find people have that hesitation about getting in front of camera?
Yes, very much so. Well, one of the main barriers to people using video, not just on LinkedIn, but essentially within business, is they don't want to be on camera.
I never had that problem at all. No, actually I did.
No, that's not true, is it? We both had that issue for different reasons, but we both had that particular, well, I don't really want to do this. But
what people think, what if I trip over words? What if I make a word up?
What if I look like this?
Yeah, what if my hair looks uneven and it looks like I haven't had a haircut on this side?
Look, so that is one of the main barriers, because, and let's sort of swing it back to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional network, people are reluctant to put themselves out there because they don't want to be seen in an unprofessional light.
Yes, and it is the largest professional social network, so I get where they're coming from, but we've kind of hit a new era of LinkedIn. It used to be very corporate boardroom, mind your P's and Q's, and it certainly still is that in a sense, but it's become more social.
Should I want a tie?
No. Good. As I say, don't wear a tie on LinkedIn unless you wear a tie every day, and don't wear a cravat on LinkedIn unless you're Matt Preston. Seriously.
Who wears a cravat? Matt Preston.
Anyway. Yeah, but that's off the point. So LinkedIn's become a lot more social, to the point that people are saying, it's become like Facebook. But that's actually a good thing, because it's a social network and people connect when we're being social. So video is another extension of that.
That's why we have networking events.
Absolutely. So if you went to a networking event and you didn't speak to anybody, you walked around handing out business cards and you gave your elevator pitch that you've rehearsed in the mirror. Hello, I'm Jo Saunders, I'm a LinkedIn expert and I'm really boring. People don't connect with that. They want to know the person behind the person. They want to know what drives you, all that sort of stuff. So ditch all those fears about video, and we're going to go through a few of them and dispel them as to why you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. So you said first one about it being a professional network. Yeah, it is, but get over that. People connect to people, as long as you're not being unprofessional.
Yeah.
There is a fine line. So if you're at the pub drinking and you're on the floor drunk and doing a video for LinkedIn, probably not the best place to be.
No, I wouldn't do one, using the bathroom mirror. That's something that especially with the toilet door open.
No, or if you're somewhere you just really don't want to be seen, or there's something happening behind you that really shouldn't be on LinkedIn, or you're in a car and you're doing the car selfie. Really think about why you're doing it, and does it fit your actual brand? Yeah.
Okay, so to rattle off some other barriers. So we've the professional network we've covered. Reluctance to actually be in the video we've covered. There's also an element of lack of knowledge. So people don't really know how to produce a video. So that goes from what camera do I use? Do I need a microphone? Do I need lighting? What does my camera sit on? How do I get it from my camera onto my computer? How do I get it up to YouTube or LinkedIn? So there's all these instances where people just go, I don't know.
And that's why people like us exist. I mean, you can talk to Reg, book a session with him, and he can talk you through how to do that. Because it's not a highly produced professional video. Your iPhone is good enough. You don't have to go, and invest in a lot of equipment. I mean, if you've got some, sure. If you've got a microphone, I often just use my headset microphone I got with my iPhone. That's as technical as I get. I recently did some interviews at a conference. It was really noisy. I didn't even use that. I used the microphone on my camera. I've got this little, it's called love handle that's stuck on the back of my phone. So I've got that sort of where to hold it. And that's all I did. And for the type of video it was going to be, it was perfect.
Yeah.
So don't let that lack of knowledge. And if you don't know, book a session with Reg and work out what it is you need to know about how to use your phone and how to get that content off.
But your complete workflow from actually shooting the video to getting up to LinkedIn.
Yeah. Have you got some content about it, like blogs or that sort of thing?
I don't actually know. Sorry. My list of things to do, I'll put that on there.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Reg.
Rich?
Reg. I've been in New Zealand.
Oh, sorry.
Rich. That wasn't even New Zealand. I don't know what that was. Reg is I was going to say a font of knowledge.
A font? I'm a font now, apparently.
That's a saying, is it? Font of knowledge?
Fountain of knowledge.
I thought it was a font of something.
Yeah, no, I think I...
Fountain of knowledge, whatever, we know what we...
In the comment section, who's right? Fountain of knowledge or font of knowledge?
I think there's a font of something.
Font of
anyway,
Helvetica.
but you know, pick our brains. I mean,
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of video too, you can pick my brain.
Yeah.
As well.
And we've essentially covered two barriers there. So it was, what did I say, knowledge and equipment. So equipment is the phone that you have in your pocket. You know, it's essentially, with all the apps and technology we have, you can easily produce a video on your phone. Go onto eBay, buy a $5 tripod and a little stand that connects, put it on your desk, that's all, and your headphones, it comes with your phone, that's all you need.
Do you want me to tell you a secret? I don't even use that sometimes. I've got one of those flip cases, you know, those wallet cases, my phone. I put it on the top of my laptop, put it in selfie mode and video that way.
Okay.
So I don't even use a stand.
Yeah.
You know, I've used boxes on my desk, balanced it that way. You know, no one knows what you're doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. I know guys who do Facebook Live videos, and it all looks good from the camera's point of view because they've got nice, you know, plain background, but maybe with a picture or two or something that's a little bit of interest. It's not completely plain. But in front of them, they've got a milk crate and books and all sorts of stuff, and they've got something sitting on top because they don't have a tripod, so they've got something jamming the camera in to make it nice and steady.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. As long as you can get a nice, level, steady picture,
yeah,
it's all good to go.
And I think that's the key, a steady picture. If you've got a selfie stick, I guess that gives that stability, but if you're using your hand, that wobble could be annoying.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I hate selfie sticks because they look a little bit, you see people walking around with selfie sticks and they're taking, you know, that's just... I have one.
Ooh.
Because they are great. When you have, I know I've just contradicted myself, but if you're using it for business purposes, the one that I have has actually got a little button on the end and it plugs into the phone, but you can't use your microphone then. That's the only downside. The ones that plugs into the headphone jack. But you get a nice steady picture. The further away the camera is from your hand, the less wobble you'll get. So it's a great way to use or to have a nice steady video. A selfie stick.
And the other, I mean, if you're talking equipment, now this is going a bit more expensive, you've got those gimbal type situations like, I can't think of the name of it now, I've seen it on Facebook.
Yes, like Smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw a friend with something similar. And
you can get ones that were recommended to me, I forgot the name, the brand name, but if you go to websites like GearBest, you can get it for like $150. Less than $200 and you get a gimbal for your phone and you can do a walk and talk and all the rest of it, and they're really good.
But you don't need to go to that expense. You can just start with your phone.
Yeah, just start with your phone and prop it against something. That's really all you need to do. And getting started is the biggest barrier. Once you get a couple of videos under your belt, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So before we go into content, let's talk about the imposter syndrome, because that sort of ties in a little bit to what we spoke about at the beginning.
So a lot of people worry about what other people think, being judged, all that sort of stuff. Am I good enough? And I had this problem in, I don't know if it's a female thing, I think some guys suffer from it too.
Everyone does.
It's that whole, am I qualified enough? What do people think? You know, what if they find out I'm not that expert, I'm not this, I'm not that? You just have to get out of your own way because you don't have any control about what someone thinks about you, you know.
And what other people think of you is none of your business.
Oh yeah, I love that saying. So you just have to get out of your own way and just own it. And if someone does question you, which was my biggest fear, even in public speaking, what if someone questions something I'm saying? That's great. That's a conversation starter. It's how you deal with it that's the benefit. So if someone jumps in and says, yeah, but what about this? And do you really think this? Well, they actually look bad for the way they reflects on them. But it's an opportunity for you then to continue that conversation and ask more questions. So never worry about that.
Yeah, and nobody expects anybody to be the font of knowledge.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
You're allowed to not know things, that's the bottom line. If someone asks you a question, you can quite easily say, I don't know about that, but you know, leave it with me, we'll have a conversation after or whatever, and then you can go into it. You don't have to be the be all and end all.
I just spoke at the biggest social media conference in the world
Cool.
to a booked out room, and I had a long space for Q&A, and I had some questions I didn't know the answer to. Or I wasn't prepared to give an answer because it's going to change. And I'm okay saying that now, because someone else will know the answer, or I will find out the answer later, and it's an opportunity for more content. So if you don't know the answer right now, you go and find out, and then next video, next piece of content. So it's an opportunity.
And the worst thing you can do is pretend you know something.
Oh gosh.
It's all about authenticity, and you'll get found out. So
yes.
Be honest. Just say, I don't know. I'll find out. Let's have a chat about that after, or whatever it is.
And people will connect to you more because of that. You're being more authentic, you're more human, because no one knows everything, and no one likes to know it all.
No.
No, don't be that person.
So that also covers another issue that I mentioned there. I was going to mention is like being judged by people.
Yeah.
You know, that imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? What will they think of me? Look, if you're putting yourself out there and you've got you've got at least armed with some knowledge about what you're talking about, you'll be fine. That's the bottom line. So you just got to have a little bit of confidence and get out of your own way.
And bring your personality and your passion, because those are the two things that people connect on. Not necessarily the actual content itself. If you're passionate about something, you love it, and you've got your own personality you're bringing through. You're not pretending to be somebody else. Bring that. Actually, one tip. A colleague of mine, Vivica von Rosen, spoke about LinkedIn video at this conference I was talking about, and one tip she had is make sure that your video and your profile photo match.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can't in video. I mean, yeah, you can fake it and pretend you're this person, but people connect to people, and you want to make sure that that's yeah. So make sure that your profile photo you've got out there isn't unprofessional and your video is highly produced, or the opposite. You've got this Photoshop photo, and then you jump on video. It's, hey mate, how you going? I'm down the pub. That's disconnect.
Yeah.
So make sure it's all you've got that connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And any other barriers?
Well, there's two that I want to talk about. The second last one, or the penultimate one, is, let me just check my notes, mistakes. Like bloopers mistakes.
Oh, like making words up, or like falling off, or even
Ecosphere.
like I've got an itchy nose right now, so I'm just gosh.
Body language, look at your nose. You're lying.
But I actually felt like I've got dust. Oh, I've got a bit of a cough. What if I cough in my video? Well, that's life.
What if you cough?
Yeah, unless you've got like one of those dying coughs.
Yeah, you don't be coughing and having mucus all over the camera.
You just do a little cough, and I did some earlier. I
Did
just
you?
go, oh, I coughed.
I didn't notice.
There you go. When you watch it back and you go, oh my god, you coughed.
Silent cougher.
Well, what if you're laughing appropriately? I mean,
Yeah. Like, it comes down to authenticity, I guess.
Absolutely.
As long as it's not getting in the way of what you're trying to do. A little bit of a blooper here, a mistake here or there, that doesn't mean anything.
Because it needs to be professional, but with purpose and personality.
Yeah.
As I've said, that's it. Professional, purpose. I love 3 Ps.
Pick
Keep all those 3 together. But as long as you're not veering off into just having personality and no purpose. Oh, there's a Venn diagram there. Ooh, I see a blog coming on with a picture.
My maths teacher would be just turning in her grave down now if she was dead. She'd be all about, see, I told you Venn diagrams would come in handy, Reg. I didn't believe her. Still don't. Okay, so the biggest one, I think, apart from our own personal barrier, is content ideas.
Oh yeah, what am I going to say?
What do I say? What do I talk about?
What are people are not going to be interested in my stuff. I don't know anything. And how am I different from Bob down the road? He knows everything about plants.
He's done so much more than me.
Aluminium and I'm making it up. So how am I going to be different, and how am I going to stand out, and how am I going to be interesting? Ugh.
Well, it's like, ask people. Go to your clients. Ask what sort of content do they want to hear about. Ask colleagues. Look what other people are doing. Go on the internet. There's websites out there that you can actually put in. Like
the internet?
The internet. You go to the internet and just type in Google, for instance. Type in half a sentence and it'll fill it out for you. And you can go down and go, right, okay, let's talk about that, let's talk about that, let's talk about...
That's a great tip actually, because that's what people are actually looking for.
Yeah.
And what the how to blah 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 is a good one.
So...
Oh, and the other one...
There's more?
Well, if you're scared of doing video, why not actually create a video asking your audience about what videos they'd like to see?
That's
genius!
Hey?
And then you're being real and authentic, you're stepping over the line and giving video a go. With a purpose.
With the purpose. We all love purpose.
Yeah.
No point having a video without purpose. That's my number one tip.
And
purpose.
personality.
Purpose first.
You don't want to be a robot with purpose.
No robots.
Hello,
Mr.
I'm Joe.
Robot. Okay, I think we've dribbled enough.
Yeah.
I think we've covered quite a lot. So let me just very quickly recap on the barriers to entry that we've mentioned, and I might look down because I've probably forgotten most of them. It's a professional audience, so people are reluctant to put themselves out there. Being in it is a bit of an issue. Imposter syndrome, being judged, equipment, what else? Mistakes, and of course content. So there's quite a few, and if you have one that we haven't covered, please put them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But that's pretty much sums it up for today, for now.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what's stopping you from getting started with video, and what you're willing to do now as a result of watching video.
Yeah, I dare you to do a video. Tell me why you're not doing video.
And post your link to your video in the comments.
Awesome.
Hijack our thread.
Yes,
Go for it.
go for it. That'd be great. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll have more videos on LinkedIn Couch coming up. I'm Reg.
I'm Joe.
See you next time.
See you then.